Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As ladies and gentlemen, we've seen a healthy pullback in the market today, with plenty of cryptos that are underpriced. Plenty of cryptos that are on sale for you guys to accumulate. And what I have to say is this. I see a lot of bitching and complaining on the depths of crypto Twitter, and I fucking love it. As someone that's been here since 2016 and has seen XRP under a penny. Watching XRP slightly below $3, ready to be launched into the stratosphere, is something you all need to be aware of. This is only the beginning. This is not fear, uncertainty, and doubt. This is not a time to panic. It's not a time to be anxious. It's a time to feel alive. It's the calm before the storm. And oh baby, I sense bank money and generational wealth on the horizon. And so does Raoul Pal. Raoul Pal has not been the biggest XRP supporter. He's been a critic of the community in certain capacities. He's been a lukewarm investor in XRP. But he's very objective at the end of the day. And he's stating XRP is in the process of full porting. And I 100% agree. XRP is in the process of absolutely taking off. And we are almost there. We've been so suppressed for so long that a lot of people doubt that we can even go higher from here. But I'm here to tell you, we have numerous ETFs on the horizon ready to be approved. Fed rate cuts are on the way and inevitable within a short period of time. And don't listen to me say it. Listen to one of the best investors in the world tell you that the world is about to learn. The value is in the protocol. And XRP is coming after all the damn money.
The difference is we all get a stake in this. You just have to buy a token of the underlying decentralized infrastructure rails, and we can all participate. We did not in the internet, and here we get a second do-over. And the whole of humanity can get involved. There's 600 million active wallets. There's 600 million participating in this.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think that this is the most misunderstood aspect of the whole entire thing. Like, if I was to rebuild Uber today in a tokenized world, I could build Uber in a manner that benefits all the drivers. In the pre-tokenized world, I could tell you right now that Uber is going to end in a manner that does not benefit the drivers, right? Like, the drivers are the biggest cost center for Uber today. They are going to 100% move towards a Waymo model, right? You could see that. The drivers are ultimately what is driving all of the AI gathering for Uber. In a tokenized world, the drivers would have an ownership stake in the network that they're building, right? Like, people do not understand that this evolution will actually benefit the masses more than hurt the masses. And will some people benefit more than others? Yes, but that happens in any moment of change, right? But like, in the grand scheme of things, the US debt is in a better spot today from where treasuries can be parked. Humanity's in a better spot in terms of more people gaining access to the money that should be owed to them versus intermediaries, and more people will ultimately be able to gain access to real valuable assets that they never had access to before. That is what the larger sort of aspect is happening with the tokenization of the world, and that's what gets me so excited on every level.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, with real-world asset tokenization on the horizon and the monumental bullish nature of XRP on the way, we have to realize that the economic conditions for XRP to thrive are there. Just the other day, the S&P 500 officially crossed above 6,500 for the first time in history. And at the same time, as Paul Barron stated, the Fed is cornered. Rate cuts are coming. And the last time we had a monumental bull market, post COVID-19, was after Fed rate cuts. I want to make something abundantly clear though. Usually after rate cuts, we do see a pretty steep market correction. I'm not gonna lie. During those moments, people get confused because typically during times of rate cuts, that signals inflation is going to increase and it signals that asset prices are gonna boom because your ability to borrow is cheaper. M2 money supply increases. Money printers go burr. But immediately after rate cuts, there's typically a pullback. Do not fret, do not fear, because generational wealth will be here. I promise you. And for no other crypto in the market, like XRP, is this more true. XRP is one of the best performing cryptos in the market, if I do say so myself. And that's only going to continue with the SEC case being over, RLUSD continuing to get adoption, tokenization, Ripple getting a banking license. Everything is going in XRP's direction. And here, I need you to realize that it's very, very possible that all the XRP ETFs get approved. And you don't have to listen to me say it. 401k money will start to pour through simple word of mouth into XRP ETFs, because XRP will be viewed as so credible and so safe by the entire planet.
Into this, the Ripple ETF or XRP ETF approval odds right now on Polymarket hovering at around 86%. So one of its highest points, but it looks like this is going to happen. And what is the likelihood of the timing for this right now?
I would guess that XRP would probably be this year. Either Eric or James from Bloomberg simply said, well, if there's futures at Coinbase, then you probably get an ETF in 2025.
Your statement at that time was $5 billion in the first month. Are you still holding to that? Do you think that's a possibility?
I really am. I would say after Bitcoin, XRP is probably the most well-known on Wall Street and on finance circles. And then ETH is actually probably number 3. So if you think about it that way, I do believe that XRP could potentially outperform ETH just from pure financial services standpoint.
And there you hear it, folks. I'm telling you, the moment these ETFs go full-fledged live is going to be the day all this volume and all this price is seen. A BlackRock XRP ETF is inevitable, my friends. XRP was always the one, and I am targeting an $8 to $10 price next. Is it possible that we see approximately a $27 cycle top? Yes, it is. These are price points we've analyzed on this channel thoroughly for over a year now. And there is a specific reason why all of these targets are in place. The $8 to $10 mark is a very important and strategic take profit point for myself. I've been holding XRP for years, since 2018. And I'm telling you right now, ensuring that I take profits at these initial levels is going to be profound for my personal life. And I think it will be a smart move for a lot of you as well. That does not mean sell all of your XRP, but it is a healthy take profit point that all of you should be eyeing. And in addition, my friends, we are beginning to see the altcoin hate from other communities commence. It's always been there towards XRP, as XRP has been viewed as the black sheep of the crypto space. But as a lot of us know, the black sheep always turns out to be the best. Litecoin has been disparaging XRP recently, stating, fun fact, a comet smell like rotten eggs, urine, burning matches, and almonds. Most scientists say the closest comparison to this phenomenon on Earth is the idea that tokens called XRP will be sold off to retail investors with the illusion that a digital bank drive-up tube is worth more than the money it transfers back and forth, because there are only so many tokens in existence, and everyone will want one because the banking system of the world has been quietly making deals for over a decade to make XRP the replacement for Swift, and the president is sleeping with Brad Garlingmouse. Ladies and gentlemen, They know who is superior. They talk down about XRP because they are threatened by it. And every single time we see a Twitter beef against the XRP army, they bitch and complain of the aftermath. Starts a Twitter beef, bitches when we clap back. All of these people are pussies. And I can't stress that enough. Ladies and gentlemen, the proof is in the protocol. The partnerships speak for themselves. The lawsuit is over. The SEC case is ended. And all the fundamentals are in place. All the rails are laid out. And like my favorite person in Ripple, Rosie Rio, stated, the train has left the station. Now guys, to cap off this video for today, I'm gonna leave you with Paul Barron interviewing Hugo from Flare, talking about how Hugo wants to see 5% of the XRP supply on the Flare network earning yield by 2026. Flare network is a sleeping giant in the crypto space and an immaculate buy at these 2-cent levels right now. And I highly recommend all of you load up on Flare, earn your Flare rewards, and then eventually earn your yield on your XRP. There are going to be so many different ways to make money on your XRP that there will eventually be a point where we don't need to sell. But until then, we're all going to rise together. We're all going to make it. Generational wealth is upon us. And what a time to be alive if you're part of the XRP army. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. And if you aren't doing so already, please follow me at OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/thebearablebull, as I just posted one of my favorite high ROI, best performing cryptos on the planet for this cycle. It's one of my favorite calls I'm making. And if you haven't done so already, please take a look, as I just posted this AI project that will be melting faces as soon as altcoin season truly commences. DM responses are on the way as well. Now guys, I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
Hugo, with the DeFi ecosystem within XRP now starting to expand, how much do you think is going to be unlocked just this year, in the last few months of this year?
I mean, I'd like to see Flare at 5 billion XRP by mid-2026. Don't know about the last period of this year. Market's a bit volatile, but I'd like to see Flare at 5 billion XRP.